I'm back. Back in Birmingham. New York was amazing. New York was actually really good. It's like London, but 10 times bigger. Everything, like the pavement, the roads, the food's nicer. Like there's food that you just wouldn't ever see in the UK. And you guys showed a lot of love in the latest video. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about finding your hunger, people pleasing, and living life by design, not default. Now, if we talk about finding your hunger real quick, the reason I want to talk about this is recently Nero showed me a video and it was like an NBA draft pick basically talking about his come up and how he was raised. And he was like, I lived off a generator for 7 years. We had no electricity. I was like, God damn. And I don't know the psychology behind it. I'm sure there's 100% psychology behind it. But if someone goes through enough pain, enough suffering, where it's not too much, but it's not too little, they go on to achieve great things. This is why you always see people like, they're always like, oh man, I came from nothing. I had $10 to my name and now I'm a millionaire. Whereas we rarely hear the stories of someone saying, yeah, man, I only had £1 million in the bank and now I got 10 million. It's never like that. It's always someone was struggling, someone was down bad. And this guy that lived off a generator for 7 years, the fact he made it to the NBA, everyone's saying that he is going to be one of the great players. Like he's going to be an amazing player because every single time that he's running up and down the court, he's got a reason to run. He's got a reason to fight for every point, every basket, every shot, every block, literally everything. So what I found is everyone needs to find their hunger. And I had this conversation with my friend called Kai ages ago. Like people always talk about your reason why. And your reason why is the most important thing. And the reason why is directly related and correlated to your hunger. Like how hungry are you? How bad do you actually want this? Like, and why do you want this? Who do you want to do this for? And 99% of the time, if you're just doing it for yourself, something's in my eye. If you're just doing it for yourself, I think you're going to struggle. Honestly, I think you're going to struggle. And like, you guys can put your reason why you're doing whatever you're doing, whether you want to make a certain amount of money, whether you want to grow your YouTube channel, whether you want to start a startup and build a massive company. Why do you want to do it? My reason why is I seen how, my family grew up, my parents grew up, and I was just like, damn, I want to help. I want to do better. And I would say that's my main reason why. And then I also just think about my future, like my future children, my nephew and niece. And I'm like, I want better for them. And it's also related to me because the better I do, the better I can treat myself and have better gifts and stuff like that. But it's mainly because of them. So you guys can put your reason why down below and tell me why you're hungry and how hungry actually are you? Because when I say I was hungry, I was editing videos 12 hours a day. I'm talking, I was working for cheap, but I was doing like 5 Instagram reels a day edited, and they would take me like an hour to 2 hours to do. And even when I didn't know how to edit, I was learning while editing and still completing 3 to 4 videos. There were days I wouldn't go to the gym and I wouldn't leave my house to just edit videos. And the worst part, well, I guess it's character development and just growing, but I was making these videos and I was only probably making about £10 per video. So I was making like £50 per day. It would have been better if I just got a job. It would have been better if I just got a job. But I saw the long-term vision and I said, I know how far I can take this. Well, I thought I did. I can take it a lot further than I initially thought, which is even better. But I knew that if I just worked a job, like, depends on the job, there's only so far I could take it. And there's only so much I enjoy it. I enjoyed what I was doing, creating videos for myself, creating videos for other people. And even when I'm creating videos for myself, I was creating videos and I wasn't getting paid for it. Like, that's how hungry I was. I was doing something that I knew that in a few years' time, I would get paid for it. Like, I traveled 30 minutes to this spot. I'm recording for probably 30 minutes and I'm traveling 30 minutes back. I was recording B-roll for my videos. There was times I was recording videos, the audio's not on and I had to record all them videos again. Like, if I never had a reason why, I would have been like, fuck it. I would just do it another time. And that also brings me to another point. On the latest video, or maybe it's the latest video, the one I filmed in New York, I said I didn't like it. I wasn't satisfied and I wanted to delete it and I wasn't gonna post it. But I decided to actually follow my own advice, which I give to my clients. It's like, the video you don't like is probably the video that's gonna do well for you. And if it doesn't do well, no one's seen it. And if it does do well, you know that you stepped into a new zone. And that kind of relates back to killing the old version of yourself. What you need to realize is once you've like killed off the old version of yourself and you're leaving it behind, you're going to step into a new version of yourself. But very quickly, that new version will become your comfortability zone. You'll just be comfortable. And if you want to move to the next step, you're going to have to kill off your current version and move to the next step, which is, it's kind of annoying because you're always, not always, but a lot of the time you're going to be in a state where you're uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable is not really a nice feeling, not knowing what's going to happen next, how this, like for me, I didn't know how that video was going to perform, but I knew that I felt uncomfortable posting that video. And maybe that's a good thing because I shared some things that I probably wouldn't normally share. I talked about some things I wouldn't normally say. I literally just sat down and just spoke. No music in the background. I didn't edit anything out like I normally would do because, you know, I'm an editor and a creator. I just thought, let me just give it to you guys raw. Pause. Let me just give it to you guys raw. But you just have to be used to being uncomfortable. And once you're used to being uncomfortable and really pushing yourself, you will step into the next level. You will go to the next level. Now, once you found your hunger, you need to stop people pleasing. Now, for me, this was a big thing. Maybe it's not for you. I probably still am a little bit a people pleaser, but before it was a lot worse. I used to people please so much. If someone came to me for my services and they said they didn't have the budget, I was like, how much you got? Okay, cool, let's work. And it would be less than half of what my service cost. Like, it was insane. Like, when people used to ask me to do something, even if I had something else to do, I would, you know, move my thing around and then do their thing. Like, and I always thought they're asking me because they need me. But really and truly, if you say no, they'll just go to somebody else. They'll just go and ask somebody else. And if you really want to be nice, you can be like, hey, I can't do it this time or this day, but I can do this time and this day. That's when I'm free. But people pleasing is going to limit you. Like, as you already know, time's limited, right? So you giving up your time when you need to do something else is counterproductive, counterintuitive. It's dumb. It's stupid. And yesterday, I thought it was like, yesterday feels like Monday. Yesterday's Wednesday and today's Thursday. Time is flying by. Like, you need to take control of your time. And really and truly, people pleasing is like having a lack of self-respect for yourself. And I'm not trying to say like you shouldn't respect others and don't care about other people, but you gotta put yourself first. And what I've come to realize is like, is the cup half full or do you see it half empty? Like, you can't pour from your cup if your cup is empty. And there's no point pouring from your cup if you just got a little bit of juice in there, because now you're empty and you're waiting for your next load up. Like, what you need to do is realize you can help people better once your cup is full. There's no point trying to fill their cup while your cup is empty. And that's how I kind of see people pleasing now. It's like, I can help you, but I need to help myself first, because then I can help you even more for a longer period of time and potentially just get you out of the situation as a whole. And as I said, they'll probably ask somebody else and the other person probably is more free. Or if you can suggest somebody else, it's even better. And this also links into living life by design and not default. I used to live by default, like throughout school. I was just, even throughout uni, I was just going through the motions. You know, when you just go through the motions and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do my GCSEs, I'm gonna do my A-levels, I'm just gonna go to uni, I'm just gonna go through the process. Oh no, you said I can't do this, I guess I'm just gonna follow your rules and guess I'm gonna do this. And it's not until I was in like first year of uni, I was like, damn, is this what my life is gonna be like? I'm just gonna sit here, I'm just gonna do what I'm told, I'm not gonna be in control of anything. I'm gonna have to, ask my boss if I can go to the toilet. Like what? Like throughout my whole life, I'm gonna ask people for permission to do things that I want to do. Hell no, bro. Hell no. And I realized if you don't step in and take control, and again, it's going to be uncomfortable. Me, I never had any entrepreneurs or business owners in the family that I can go to directly and ask for help. I was figuring this shit out brick by brick, step by step. So like, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna take some time, but you will get through it. And on the other side, it's amazing. Like, I was thinking to myself the other day, man, life is good. I'm making a good amount of money. I work remotely. You know, sometimes I do have to travel. I can go to the gym midday. I can wake up late if I want to, even though I'm an early riser. I can go bed whenever I want to. And again, it's going to take some discipline to a certain extent because when you need to lock in, you need to lock in. But it's only now that I'm realizing that like the fruits of my labor is actually paying off. So yeah, man, life is good right now. And I'm even moving out. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the last video. I'm moving out at the end of this month. So if you guys want an apartment tour, I'll probably film some videos. Like I'm gonna have a proper like studio. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than my current one, I think. I'm gonna I'm gonna reach out to some brands. If you are related to any brands and you can spice up my content studio or my office. I'm gonna be working with Nanoleaf, so they're gonna send me some lights out. But studio lights, C stands, stuff like that. I'd appreciate that. Or if even furniture, or even TV. I tried to reach out to LG, but they no response. I had to buy my own TV, man. But obviously, I'm a massive tech guy, so I'll probably show you guys all the tech that I buy for the apartment and stuff like that. And tech just makes life easier. You know what I'm trying to say? But anyway, back to living by design and not default. Like, you really just want to take control of your life. And the younger you are, the better it is. You can take the biggest risk when you're younger. Like, if I knew about this life per se when I was 16, boy, things would be a lot different. I would have taken a lot more risks. You know what I'm trying to say? I only figured this stuff out when I was like really 19, 20. And by then it was still kind of fresh, still kind of new to me. So it's a whole different ball game. And again, always think in abundance. There is so much money out here. Like in New York, I was talking about the business class flights and how every single seat was taken up. Like if you just look around, there's money everywhere. Like the other day I was driving and I was like, damn, there's so many businesses in this world. Like they've been running for more than a year. They must be able to pay rent, like, or else they would have went bust. You know what I'm trying to say? And of course, there's businesses going bankrupt all the time and stuff like that. But there's a lot more businesses thriving, and there's just so much money. And I used to underestimate how much money people have because I didn't have any, and I grew up in an environment which there was no money around, so it was just tough. But then realizing that other people have it and you don't is a beautiful realization because there's no more stress. There's no more undercharging for your services. There's no more discounting your product to 99% all the time because people have it, bro. Like, and if they don't have it, they'll find a way to have it. Like, I've worked and I've been around people where they've said they didn't have the money for this program and they went and found the money. One, because they wanted it, and two, because there's other means of them getting the money, whether it's borrowing it through credit, borrowing it through family, through friends, borrowing the deposit for a payment plan, like whatever it is, people will figure a way out, whether it's picking up extra shifts. If they really want it, they will get it. So that's another thing. And the reason I'm moving mainly, I guess, to be uncomfortable and to step out into a new environment. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen, if you put like, I forgot what the insect is called. If you put them in a box and you have a ceiling, eventually they'll jump so much and hit the ceiling. If you remove the lid, they won't jump any higher. And the new ones that are born inside that box won't jump any higher, regardless. So you stay at the same level. And what I'm trying to say is, if you're around people, if your environment is stuck at a certain level or there's only a certain amount of one thing, you get accustomed to it and you start believing that there's no more, like this is it. But once you change environment, you'll realize, damn, I can do more. There's actually more to this. There's more to life. There's more money. oh, I didn't know you can make money this way. There's more opportunities. People are putting you onto different things, and you have to be open to that. And before this video ends, this just came into my mind. By the way, someone commented, because I heard a creepy noise in the background of my last video, and I was talking about like killing your old self. Someone said it's my old self trying to creep in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was the creepiest shit ever, because I was alone in that room and the room was massive, and there was like a toilet around the corner and it was dark, and I was just like, bro, if anything happens, it's on cam. But anyway, like living, like if you take yourself out the environment, you're just going to elevate, right? And I guess what I'm trying to say is you'd rather be like, is it a small fish in a large pond rather than a large fish in a small pond? Yeah, yeah. I think that's I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But also, someone mentioned on not my video, I think it was Nero's, I think it was my video actually, when I spoke about Nero and how he grew. Someone said, oh, so Nero didn't manifest it. Like, I thought he manifested it, not got some physical reality changes. And what you guys don't understand, if you're living in your desired reality, like, you would do things that the version of your desired reality self would do. So they wouldn't be afraid to ask for help. They would go get help. They wouldn't be afraid to know that they're lacking in something and go get help in that thing. And that's what a lot of you guys need to realize. Some of you guys have the ego of someone that's already done it and accomplished it when you just lack the knowledge and information. So I'll say that's it.